Dear friends, time and again, the Supreme Court of India on several occasions have suggested to the Union government so as to decriminalize defamation law so as to suit to the needs of the Indian citizen, to criticize the government if the government of India or state governments goes against the will of the people and the cardinal principles of democratic norms and values in this regard. But the problem is that the union government, despite all these instructions and suggestions from the Supreme Court of India in this regard, is being very adamant in not decriminalizing the defamation law so as to suit to the needs of the Indian citizens to express their opinions and voices of dissent in a democratic society. The point here is that, as we all know, that Article 21 of the Indian Constitution guarantees the right to life. During the course of times, the constitutional courts have expanded the right to life, these things, to include not only the right to life, but the protection of reputation, dignity of life, and the right to privacy. It can take both a criminal and a civil route to ensure that justice is done to the aggrieved parties. To achieve this goal, the Supreme Court of India in a 2016 landmark judgment upheld the constitutionality of criminal defamation under Section 499 of the Indian Penal Code then in force, while cautioning courts on issuing summons to the persons on defamation matter. The intention of the court is that it should not be misused as a tool to needlessly harass people. Now the law has had its rebirth in the name of Section 356 of the Bharatiya Nyaya Sahita. This is the most important thing. Instead of excluding this decriminalization of defamation law, the government of India is instigating the defamation law so as to suit to the interest of the central dispensation and the powers at B. Most importantly, the law is being used as a tool in the hands of the powers that be to silence the voices of the dissent and political opponents. The cases will be held in several states, and the political leaders or news organizations, particularly media persons, have been ill-treated and put into unnecessary harassment, and which goes against the constitutional features that define a democratic society, that is the rule of law. Instead of adopting the rule of law, the union government adopts rule by law. Rule of law is different. Rule by law is quite different. Rule by law is anti-democratic. Rule of law is democratic values and norms to be adhered as per the constitutional norms that have been enshrined in the Indian Constitution. Hence, in the larger interest of the citizens of this country, and to protect their life, dignity, and everything, the government of India shall decriminalize the defamation law, and it should be scrapped forthwith as suggested by the union government, and allow the citizens and the human rights activists and legal experts to express their opinions against the governments and against the attitude of the and functions of the government of India and many state governments, which goes against the interest of the people, interest of the patients, interest of the laborers, interest of the middle class and whatnot. Hence, the larger interest of the society as a democratic country, the decriminalization of defamation law shall be go away. Hence, in the larger interest of the people of this country, we urge upon the union government to scrap the decriminalization of defamation law. This is the message of this video. Thank you so much.